to A&M, so that's something we do here. Howdy. So we're so glad to be here with you guys tonight. My name is Linda Bates. I'm the president of the South Central chapter of the National Deaf Society. That is Oklahoma, Arkansas, and you guessed it, Texas. So I'm excited to be here with our board chair, Chris Russell. So Chris, since you have actual sound that doesn't reverberate, maybe you can take it over.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you, Linda, so much. I'm really happy to be here. I can't believe that Phyllis and company actually let me on stage. It's quite an honor. But I do have to apologize. I got really busy this afternoon and I missed the rehearsal. And I've been retired, as Linda knows, for 6 years. And so standing in front of a large group of people dressed like this, I'm just kind of freaking out, super uncomfortable. So if you guys will just bear with me.
Oh, I don't want him to be alone, so I'm gonna make myself, yeah.
For a moment,
All right,
I just need to get a little more comfortable. So just a quick, serious question. Has anybody ever been booed on stage at the national conference before? No? I didn't think so.
Chris, we're all about the first here.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, so I feel much better and I appreciate your patience. As you all may have guessed, Linda and I both live in Houston. And being from Houston, we've had an amazing week celebrating champions, and some of us have celebrated a lot more than others. But I'm honored to be here tonight celebrating MS champions and the progress that we've made together. It takes every one of us to achieve our vision of a world free of MS, and I'm looking forward to recognizing some incredibly special people.
So when you guys look around, you may notice that a lot of the tables up at the very front are not...
Is that gunshots, or people actually seriously...
waiting outside. So you're going to learn more about them tonight as we introduce each one of them and recognize why they're being honored tonight. But they're all extraordinarily incredible. They represent thousands and thousands of hours of volunteer work. They also have done countless contributions to advance our mission. Cindy was just in there and she did a toast and she told everybody that they had actually, the group as a collective, have actually raised or donated more than $125 million. This group is honored.
Yeah, so that's incredible, and that's a nice warm-up of your appreciation. We're going to need your help to give these folks the huge welcome that they deserve. At your table, you'll find various devices for making noise. We also have special guests, door over here, from the Woodrow Wilson Wildcat Marching Band, who are going to be here to help us welcome our folks. So in a moment, please join us by clapping, cheering, and making as much noise as you can for these awesome people as they enter the ballroom.
So are you guys ready? I don't hear you guys ready? It's like at the beginning of a bike ride. Come on, are we ready? All right, Wildcats, are you guys ready? All right, let's open the doors. Let's help welcome our honorees.
That was great, Wildcats. Now please help me welcome to the stage the Society's President and CEO, Cindy Zagiboilo.
How fun was that? I really hope you all feel so special. I could tell some of the people who had the bells were feeling special too. I saw that. That was really, really, really fun. Well, good evening, everyone. It's so exciting to be here tonight to honor some amazing people and organizations who are leaders in the MS movement. From the sounds of all the noise and some of the dancing and fanfare as they entered, I can tell you're excited too. We will begin this evening with our Philanthropy Awards, which honor very special donors and fundraisers who generously power the MS movement and whose philanthropy is life-changing for people affected by MS. Our Philanthropists of the Year, Jim and Kathleen Skinner, have been a leading philanthropic force behind the National MS Society's mission for over 20 years. They have personally given over $15 million to date. Notice I said to date, because I'm a fundraiser. And they've been catalysts for innovation, helping to change the MS journey across all aspects of life. Their philanthropy helped to launch MS Navigator in 2017. Offering people affected by MS nationwide a dedicated partner, free of charge, to find sustainable solutions to the challenges they face. With the continued support of the Skinners, MS Navigator continues to evolve, providing more people the support they need when they need it to live their best lives. To extend their philanthropy even further this year, Jim and Kathleen were inspired to be lead investors at the $10 million level. They gave that in the Society's latest initiative to galvanize the world around the most promising pathways to MS cures. Though Jim and Kathleen were unable to join us this evening, they provided some remarks and asked me to share them with you. And so this is from Jim and Kathleen Skinner. Ready? Hello, fellow MS Society supporters. Kathleen and I are proud to accept this extraordinary honor, 2022 National MS Society Philanthropists of the Year. MS has had a profound effect on our lives. It has presented challenges, and it is taken from us. At the same time, we recognize we are fortunate to have means and each other, our family, to move our lives forward. This is why we are inspired to invest in big ideas that have deep impact on people's lives. All people, whether they are newly diagnosed or have a family member who has lived with MS for decades. The National MS Society strives to be what you need when you need it. We see that in action through the MS Navigator service. We appreciate that the program continues to adapt and improve. The foresight of ensuring that MS Navigators can work from home paid off during a pandemic. The service went forward uninterrupted. Online is another advancement, increasing access to people who prefer to connect without picking up the phone. And we are excited about the improvements in the works, including website enhancements, the ability to connect through texting, and more. In reviewing the opportunity, this is still the Skinners, okay? In reviewing the opportunity to be a lead investor in Pathways to Cures, we were intrigued by the boldness of the goal and recognized the comprehensive organization it takes to implement such an ambitious global plan. Research funding and oversight, leadership for worldwide collaboration, partnerships with healthcare providers, influential public presence, and more. A complex disease like MS requires an organization that is in touch with people who have the disease and what they want in their lives. This is apparent in the Pathways to Cures plan. Cures are described clearly, and the discoveries needed to achieve each cure are laid out. We are pleased to be at the front of this incredible work and have confidence that society has what it takes to provide leadership in the global MS movement. As a family that is affected by MS, we want to help accelerate progress and change lives. We are fortunate to have the ability to contribute, so we do, not for the recognition, but for the results. Thank you. They really are an absolutely amazing, amazing couple. And here to give us a little bit more insight into the impact the Skinners have made as a society, is a society volunteer, Walk MS participant, and Inspiration Award winner, Donia Banks.
Good evening, everyone. I am so thankful to the Skinners and everyone who supports the Society's work to get us closer to a cure and provide MS Navigator services for people like me who live with MS. I was diagnosed in 2006, but something that not a lot of people know is that my dad also has MS. He was officially diagnosed in 2000, and I'm his primary caregiver. This can be a challenge because my dad lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I live in Compton, California. So I help care for him from across the country. My dad is bedridden, which can be really isolating, and in many ways, his computer is his connection to the outside world. He has virtual doctor's appointments. He likes to play poker, the free version, of course. Yeah, and I can send him pictures and videos by email so he can feel involved and see how the family is doing. It's good for him to use his right hand and stimulate his mind. The computer he had was over 20 years old, and when it broke, he didn't have the funds to replace it as he is on a fixed income. So I called the MS Navigators and explained the situation. They referred me to a program specifically covering technology costs, and when I wasn't having luck through that avenue, they helped me get a computer for my dad. And my dad was very happy to get the new computer so he could be reconnected with the outside world and his friends and family. Having his laptop again improved his happiness and well-being. For me, it was a relief, and it's nice to know he's okay and that he's connected with the outside world again. The support of the society in that way, in that small way, is one of so, I could hold that forever, many ways or so many examples of how the society is making life better for me, my dad, and the nearly 1 million people who live with MS in the United States. When I was first diagnosed with MS, there were only 3 medications to choose from, and now there are over 20, which I'm excited about that. And the donations for research to find a cure make me feel hopeful. I'm thankful for the Skinners and everyone who gives to help me and my dad live a better life, and it means a lot to me, so thank you.
Thank you, Donia, for sharing your story. I'm so grateful to know the Skinners as well and to have their confidence in our work. Jim and Kathleen Skinner are incredible partners, and their contributions have profound impact on the lives of people affected by MS, like Donia and her father. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jim and Kathleen. Now, our philanthropic family of the year, the Walker family, has been dedicated to advancing the MS movement for 4 decades. When Kelly Walker was diagnosed with MS in 1988, she contacted the society to explore resources and get involved. She began riding in Bike MS and challenged her brothers to join her. In 1993, Team Sugar Bee was formed. That small team of 6 people evolved to be one of the largest friends and family Bike MS teams in the nation, topping out at 153 riders. Now, they brought all those riders, but they wanted to have the support for this great ride, so they also brought 100 Bike MS volunteers to ensure an extraordinary event and for fundraising over $2 million. We are so grateful to the Walkers for everything they've done to change the world for people affected by MS. Please join me in welcoming Eric and Tim Walker.
Thank you. I'm Eric, the middle Walker, and troublemaking sibling. My older brother Tim and I are representing the family tonight. This is truly an amazing honor. It's great to be here with all of you, yet bittersweet as well. Kelly, our sugar bee, passed away in early May of this year due to complications from severe MS. I've missed my conversations and visits with our Shuggy in ways she always made me smile, laugh, just love and appreciate her and everything about her. More each day, her severe situation, great attitude and outlook of and on life, and in every waking breath of it, And missing, too, the magnificent way that she always made and left me feeling about myself and my grateful, thankful, and blessed life as well. Life isn't and won't be the same without her. Her bright spirit, positive energy, enthusiasm, guidance, impressionable lessons, and memories left a unique legacy that will live on in our minds and hearts forever. Ironic, too, that preceding her MS diagnosis, Kelly was a smart and amazing athlete and at the forefront of helping others to fight the devastating effects of MS. She participated in the Bike MS rides, walks, and support groups, and as her disease progressed, and to avoid scaring the newly diagnosed, she instead encouraged them by always staying in the moment, sharing and parlaying her inspiration and therapeutic thoughts, ideas, and feelings to and through her family and friends to better help us assist others with fighting this disease and continue to pay it forward. Some other examples of her encouragement include how she often and willingly spoke, spread, and inspired on stage during and after multiple MS rides, and for as long as she could do it. And her reaching out personally to all of the Team Sugar Bee Bike MS teammates and other MS bike team captains before each annual ride. Her intelligence, wit, and sense of humor throughout her fight was legendary, and even in her worst times of challenge and despair, she maintained her Midas, golden touch, and attitude, never let this lousy disease define her. She was always about making someone else's quality of life better and more fulfilled, being a great best friend, leaving every person and situation better off. She always made each of us the center of her attention and of her world. As one of my best friends recently said, if you could somehow bottle up and market her character and get it factor, we'd all be richer for it. Kelly, you are and will always continue to be our shining star, guiding light, greatest inspiration, and both madly and badly missed forever loved, cherished, and immortalized by me, our family, friends, and others that knew you and whom you inspired as well. Rest in peace. Thank you again. Here's my even more verbose brother, Tim.
Thanks, Eric. We're honored and humbled to receive this award from the National Multiple Sclerosis Society as the Philanthropic Family of the Year, and this award is something. Our parents, Betty and Tim, couldn't be here tonight because right now they're in Fort Collins, Colorado at CSU, where my sister's being honored with a room dedicated as the Student Sugar Bee Hive in Moby Gym. It's right across from her office where she worked. She has an endowment there, and this is the day that they always give out the scholarships that we've given out for 20 years. So we divided and conquered. We can't be, B-E-E, in two different places, but Kelly can. Eric just eloquently explained how Kelly, the Sugar Bee, brought us together as a big family to fight MS in 1988. She inspired us to be positive, meet fundraising challenges, participate in the MS Society any way we could, and to make it fun. We're so proud of her and the way she fought MS and the way she taught us how to fight MS along with her. She jumped all in to fight MS from the moment she knew she had it. If you can't ride, or if you can ride, ride. If you can't ride, work at the bee stop. Bottom line, support the MS Society with love, time, and money. She gave hope to all of us, or all of those with MS, and energized the rest of us. Kelly said progress is being made and the efforts are working. When we started 30 years ago, and she always talked about this, there were 2 drugs. Now there's 22, and she's used many of those. She taught us how to act positive, not just think positive. Our family's so proud to have worked so closely with the MS Society for the last 30 years. It's really enriched our lives, and being involved has made the world a better place for people with MS and finding a cure. The fun, friendly competition with other Colorado Bike MS teams and working with people like Erica and Robin with the National MS Society in Colorado and Wyoming have enriched our lives all the way around. Being the first team to raise $1 million and now over $2 million in Colorado set the bar that's now been achieved and surpassed by many other teams in Colorado. You'll see some of them tonight. And one of the biggest things was for 20 years, the rest stop for Bike MS. My mom and dad ran that with 100 volunteers. It was always voted #1 in the surveys as the best rest stop, and that's a huge highlight. Yeah, thank you. We did make them retire when they turned 80. When they turned 80, we said, that's enough. You guys did a great job. We're done. But we will continue to fight MS as long as we can and hold true to the belief that we can find a cure in our lifetime. Again, thank you for this honor, and thank all of you for battling MS and making this world a better place.
He wants me to wear this for the Broncos game. That's it. Well, thank you so much, Eric and Tim. I'm not sure it's going to fit you, but we'll see. And thank you so much to the whole Walker family for everything you've done for people affected by MS. Now, everybody, you hungry? Keep enjoying your dinner, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes to meet more of our incredible honorees. Enjoy.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Lee, and I am the Society's Executive Vice President of Development, and I am so excited to be joined tonight by my very dear friend, Rick McDermott, to honor some of the most exceptional people at the National MS Society. So thanks for being here to help me, Rick.
Well, thanks for inviting me, or telling me, to join you tonight. Jen, it's great to be here. Hi, everyone. I'm Rick McDermott. I'm honored to serve on the Society's National Board of Directors and as a trustee for the Greater Carolinas chapter. and I'm really happy to be here tonight and excited to be sharing all of this news with you tonight. First of all, did everyone get a chance to check out the Tyson Fellow poster session earlier today? Yeah? It was pretty cool, right? A lot of great information. It was really fun hearing from the fellows about all the terrific work that they're doing in the field of MS. And we're happy to have them in the room with us tonight. Let's hear it for the next generation of MS researchers.
Woo!
So Jen, this is election week, right?
It is?
I think so. And I know people had a chance to vote for their favorite poster. Do we have the results?
I understand the results have come in. It's a unanimous vote, from what I understand. The recipient of the 2022 Tyson Fellows People's Choice Award is Dr. Sam Roman for a novel treatment for fatigue and excessive daytime sleepiness in people with MS. Congratulations. Oh, yay! Congratulations! Thank you. Do you want to? Say thanks. Oh, you know what? That doesn't work. So just talk.
Okay.
Talk.
I
right
just
here.
really wanted to say thank you as somebody who's training to be an MS neurologist and also somebody who's been diagnosed with MS. And I really wanted to thank all of my mentors at Hopkins.
Aww. And I would like to say that my IQ just went up 10 points just by standing next to her. Congratulations and thank you. All of the Tyson Fellows did such a fabulous job with their posters. Before we meet our next round of honorees, we want to give a big shout out to a select group of donors and companies whose philanthropy helped the society rebound from the pandemic stronger than ever.
Thanks to the timely generosity of a special group of pharmaceutical leaders, the Society innovated new ways to meet the needs of people affected by MS throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Through a collective $5 million in support, the Society catapulted out of the crisis stronger and better equipped to change lives for years to come. We thank these companies for their support.
And to the lead investors of the Pathways to Cures initiative, which you learned about earlier today, thanks to a very, very special group of philanthropic leaders, this work is off to a powerful start. We are grateful to these leaders for their collective gifts of nearly $18 million.
Next, we're going to honor some individuals, teams, and organizations whose lifetime giving or fundraising has reached huge milestones. And when we say huge, we mean huge.
How huge?
Really huge. Really big, huge.
That's right, Rick. We're talking 6, 7, and even 8-figure digits. These are people who are making things happen. And since we had to pause this conference over the past couple of years, we have so many supporters to recognize. So Rick, let's get started.
All righty. To begin, we'd like to recognize our many Circle of Philanthropy honorees featured here on the screen behind me. They have given or raised $500,000 or more to bring us closer to a world free of MS. For our Circle of Philanthropy honorees here this evening, please stand or raise your hand so that we can see you. Please join me in thanking them with a big round of applause.
So moving on to the Circle of Distinction honorees. To join this club, each of these honorees has given or raised more than $1 million. Woohoo, exactly. We all know what it's been like these past 2 years, or 3 years. When the world turned on its head, these people stepped up when the MS community needed them the most. We are so grateful to those who continue to give generously. And to the teams who hit the $1 million mark in the last 2 years, wow, talk about hearts. You rallied big time, and we just can't thank you enough.
First, we will recognize our honorees with cumulative giving of $1 million or more. The Al Siegel Foundation.
Bill and Kathy on your fried check.
Bristol Myers Squibb.
You met her earlier this week, the lovely Laura Larson.
Woo! Janssen, Johnson & Johnson.
Roxanne Orsak.
And Beatrice. Let's give this group another big round of applause. Thank you.
Now, we're going to celebrate the Circle of Distinction teams whose fundraising has exceeded, I just lost my place, $1 million. The Circle of Distinction Lifetime Fundraising honorees are
Audrey's Heroes.
Woo! Deloitte Bike MS, Texas MS 150.
GSF, One More Mile.
The Help Find a Cure for MS benefits. And I am loving that look, loving that look.
Mega Sore Asses.
Norton Rose Fulbright.
Peppy Peddlers.
Woo! Woo! Team Coneheads.
Team Elf.
Team Finnegan.
Team Hogan.
Just checking his phone as he walked in. Team Monster Energy.
Team Wingman.
And finally, Walking with Dolores. Let's hear it for these powerhouse teams. Woo! Woo!
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Great job.
Awesome job.
Members of the National MS Society's Circle of Influence demonstrate their commitment to a world free of MS through financial leadership and extraordinary generosity. Each of the honorees tonight have given more than $10 million. That's right, $10 million. We are so thankful for their generosity and the opportunity to recognize them tonight.
I mean, admittedly, Rick, $10 million.
$10 million.
So, first on the list, Genentech.
Oh, here you go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And Novartis. Woo!
Thank you.
And Sanofi. Put your hands together for this extraordinary group of individuals and companies.
Thank you very much.
Our next group of generous contributors are joining the Founder Circle tonight, the Society's highest lifetime giving achievement. This is the Movie of the Year award. This is it, folks. This is amazing. The Founder Circle is a group whose partnership and generosity have truly changed the world for people affected by MS through total contributions of, wait for it, $20 million or more. What a profound display of generosity.
How much?
$20 million, Rick.
It's a lot of money. First, the National MS Society is honored to celebrate our long-standing partnership with Biogen, which has equipped the Society to focus on the most critical concerns shared by people living with MS throughout the last 2 decades. As a leader in the MS movement, Biogen shares the Society's commitment to supporting people and advancing science. This partnership has touched all areas of the Society, from a longtime national Walk MS sponsorship to champion of the MS Navigator Experience Program, contributor to national and local programs, events, and more.
Surpassing $24 million in contributions to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, Biogen's exceptional generosity continues to fuel life-changing progress for people living with multiple sclerosis. We are deeply, deeply grateful to Biogen for their pivotal role in bringing us closer to a cure. Here to accept this award on behalf of Biogen is Sam Miller.
It's very heavy. Be careful. Congratulations.
Thank you so much to Sam and Biogen for your incredible generosity.
Thank you. The National MS Society is immensely proud of our decades-long relationship with EMD Serono and grateful to be celebrating the progress that we've made. For more than 20 years, EMD Serono has stood alongside the Society as a leader in the MS community. Together, we've built a collaborative track record of researching, aiding, and advocating for people living with MS.
EMD Serono's contributions to the Society have exceeded $20 million as they have supported nearly all of our Society initiatives, including the National MS Walk Support, funding Society Fellows, supporting the MS Navigator Experience, national and local programs, events, and so much more.
EMD Serono's philanthropic leadership has helped ensure everyone affected by MS is supported and empowered to live their best lives. We are incredibly thankful for EMD Serono and their dedication to our shared mission.
Here to accept this award on behalf of EMD Serono is Kirk Taylor. Sorry.
It's heavy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kirk and EMD Serono. Let's hear another applause. And a big congratulations to all of our lifetime giving and fundraising, that was the stretch this out, and fundraising honorees. Your passion and commitment is inspiring. And to round out our evening with even more inspiration, Rick and I are excited to recognize the Society's Volunteer Inspiration Award winners. I don't know if that was drawing it out long enough. Talk a long time, Rick. Let's talk about you.
Yes. What's new?
I don't know. Thursday.
The Society's Inspiration Awards began in 2020 as a way to honor and celebrate the resilience of the MS movement. Y'all remember what happened in 2020, right? Over the Society's 75-year history, our movement has been through our share of obstacles and crises, but never had we faced a year with challenges like 2020 presented.
As the pandemic changed our everyday lives, prevented us from gathering, and presented a grave risk for people living with multiple sclerosis, so many people in our movement jumped into action to fundraise, volunteer, and step up in ways that kept us moving forward.
And so began this annual tradition of honoring and celebrating the volunteers, donors, fundraisers, activists, and others in our community who continue to push us forward to make a world free of MS a reality. Tonight, we honor an exceptional group of people who inspire us with their passion and dedication to a world free of MS.
This group of awardees that we honor tonight have truly, truly remarkable impact on the MS movement. They saw opportunities to build connections for people affected by MS, to critical information, and to each other, and they moved quickly to fill them. They stepped up to make sure that people affected by MS had the information they needed to navigate life with multiple sclerosis during the pandemic and beyond.
They shared their stories to drive advocacy and to raise awareness. They dedicated their time and talents to improve event experiences and to create lasting connections. And they fundraised, finding creative ways to raise funds and igniting passion in others that will last a lifetime.
Please join Rick and I in congratulating and celebrating our Inspiration Award winners. On behalf of everyone in the MS movement, we thank you for everything you've done to help us cure MS while we empower people with MS to live their best lives. Let's make some noise for these amazing volunteers! Woo! I have no idea how to use that. All right. We're stalling for just a sec. Okay. Thank you. Because we are stalling right now. So everyone just keep clapping. I might have just done this wrong.
All right, stay here, stay here.
So, yes, you all are the bomb. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to admit to a mistake. Yay! I was just made aware that Hagen Grocery has also entered the Circle of Distinction, and I am so sorry that we missed that, but let's hear it for Hagen Grocery! Pretty sure I'm doing this upside down. I don't know how to do this. You all are so worried.
So I was going to bring one of those confetti things up here, but I was afraid I'd be on one of those videos where it went off the wrong way.
That would be me.
So I gave it to Jen instead. So we will, no. We will see you in the Grand Hall for our dessert reception. Not yet.
Whoa! Yeah! Oh, it works.
Yeah. We'll see you in the Grand Hall for our dessert reception, as well as the coffee lounge, thanks to Genentech. And, hold on, here to send us off is the Woodrow Wilson Wildcat Marching Band.
Thank you, everybody. You all are no faith. No, I don't even want to.
Not get your deposit back.
Did I break? Oh my God, really?
They're moving from you. Look.